My name is Michael McAfee. I'm the CEO of PolicyLink. PolicyLink is a research and action institute working to advance racial and economic equity in America. My mother and father were the first community builders that I experienced. I watched how they cared for our neighbors, fed our neighbors, how they took in foster brothers and sisters that I still have relationships with to this day. What I get to experience today, I get to live in a rather diverse neighborhood in the hills in Oakland, California. You know, when I was born in '68, the neighborhood I lived in Kansas City was still segregated. And my parents actually couldn't move to a white part of town. Then the highway came through and we got uprooted, and we were the second Black family that moved into a neighborhood in Kansas City. And that was a big deal. And I remember times when folks would be screaming and yelling at our house while my dad was at work, and he would have to come home rushing from work to protect my mom. I don't have that problem today. I live in probably one of the most diverse cities in the country in Oakland, California. And I love that my neighbors look like the United Nations. And so at times when we may think of ourselves as a segregated nation, I have the privilege of really being able to live wherever I want. That wasn't how I was born into this world. If I could have dinner with any ancestor, it would be my grandfather, Henry McAfee. I would love to have dinner with him because in many ways, the stories that I hear of him are embodied how I behave. His strength, his willingness to not take shit from anyone, that fuels me to this day. His fearlessness to take on oppression. So I would want to understand where that came from. It was a strength and a fearlessness that was coupled with a deep love for other people. I first really started thinking about my interdependence and humanity in relationship to others through athletics, baseball, football, seeing that I couldn't accomplish anything without my teammates. And then in the military, same thing. Not able to be successful without my brothers and sisters there. And I carry that into my professional environment to this day. I understand the importance of being able to see each other's humanity because that esprit de corps that I got from sport and the military is the thing that I still long for. That desire to be able to work in service of something that is bigger than myself. And so that's what I bring to my work. That's also what I bring to trying to offer up an antidote to this notion of rugged individualism, that this nation is going to rise if we can actually see the humanity of each and every one of us, understand that our fates are inextricably bound, and therefore work in service of each other's thriving. I stay grounded in today's political chaos by remembering where I come from. You know, there's 80 million people who are struggling to make ends meet in America. Half of that is white, the other part is, other 50% is people of color. That's me, that's my family. So I stay grounded because I know who I serve. I serve that population, all of it, wanting them to be able to have a good life and be able to achieve the American dream. What gives me hope actually is even though we're in a very divided moment in this nation, you've never had a more beautiful multiracial coalition of people who are trying to change this nation. Even though it feels like that is not the case, it is the case. And I don't believe that that coalition is going to be denied. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the multiracial coalition is going to win out. We the people means that the people have the power to shape this democracy. And whether we use it or not is another story. But we the people means that this government should serve and be of the people that form this nation. A democracy that works for all is for us to make. If I could rewrite one rule, it would be that all means all. All means all in terms of that your zip code is not a proxy for how long you live or how well you live. All means all that people can afford housing, that they have access to decent, safe, and affordable drinking water, and that they could live in communities of opportunity. I imagine a country that has finally been able to develop the muscle to see the humanity of everyone and work in service of their thriving. This issue of all seems really simple, but it's really hard. It's the thing that the nation has never done. So I imagine a nation where future generations have actually gotten comfortable with that notion. It's not foreign to them. People who don't look like them, they're not afraid of those folks, that they can care for those folks. They have the capacity in holding in all consciousness to love and care for everyone.